Okay, folks, so I'm here to talk to you guys about Ozzy Osbourne's most recent album, which is Scream. From what I know about Ozzy, is he was in Black Sabbath, and he started a solo career in the 80s, and has been pretty consecutive with that up to this point, but I also understand that he has a career spanning over 4 decades. So that, understanding that, expecting continuous new releases. There's plenty of new metal and I mean newer metal. There's plenty of metal going on, but it's worth looking at this project just to kind of touch upon what some people twice my age and, 2/3 of my age are doing right now. So that, it's definitely fun. I enjoyed this project. Of course, I got the most recent one he did, but I'm willing to go back to the 90s and even the 80s to see what else there is. And I actually do have an Ozzy album. I think it's the one with Crazy Train on it, so we'll just see how that turns out as far as more reviews go. But, really what I've been looking at is paying attention more to some of the grandfathers and the fathers of particular genres, because as much as I like Korn and as much as I like Limp Bizkit and Papa Roach and Linkin Park and all those guys, the main thing about it is you kind of start to wonder their influences, so you can continue to mess with folks a little bit older than you, so you just don't feel so boyish. That's really the thing, is most people who listen to Ozzy, as long as you know further folks besides him, I think you're going the right way. So as far as me thinking that, this album is of course going to get a 10, but I just was simply unable to, well, I guess I can't even say that. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. So, yeah, there were 3 singles released from the project, one of which went to #1 when on the rock charts when that came out, and that was Let Me Hear You Scream. So that's one of the best songs on here. The other 2 singles we'll talk about, but it remains to be said. I think Ozzy knows how to make metal. I really sincerely doubt that that's not the case, and obviously this record shows that. And best of all, it's with the time, so it's adapted to 2010, and you've got all the correct sounds in there. So as far as the production, I mean, some other ones, Soul Sucker, Crucify was a good one. That one kind of reminded me of something Korn would do. Latimer's Mercy, the second to last song. Let It Die. I mean, all of these, yeah, they're just real good moments to go for. So that leads me to the unheard songs. So out of 11 songs, but really there's only 10, I would probably say I liked 8. So 2 songs I didn't like were Life Won't Wait and Time. And this is another attempt. I've listened to metal in the past, and I know that different approaches to metal is just something. So just kind of take what I say and ignore it, because if you don't mind that it's not as fierce on those songs, you don't even, I mean, really, there's nothing to worry about. You may end up liking them. So obviously this album is getting a 10, so these complaints don't really even matter. But alright, so yeah, I mean, first 3 songs really good to go, two of those are singles, and I feel like pretty much every one of these is going to hit pretty hard. So it kind of reminds me of, well, I guess I can't really say it reminds me of, because this is what should this is what should remind me of the rest, you know, the other way around to saying it. But it is metal, you know, that's the thing. Is the only thing I could really say is maybe the songs are, I just need to hear it more. I think that's really the problem, is I just need to know rock stations better so I can recognize these songs. Because, you know, of course you can say, well, there's not a song like Iron Man on there, but is that really so much of an issue? And I don't even feel like that would be the case. You know, I really, you know, just listening, you just have to have more experience in order to appreciate this project coherently. Because, you know, you listen to radio stations, you're not going to hear the song on the exact album that you own the day that you get it. So, you know, you couple that with the fact that I don't know if this album went platinum, and, you know, which is 1 million records sold. I mean, Ozzy is definitely a celebrity that doesn't have to worry about that, but yet and still, that could lead people to saying this is one of his weaker releases, when that's actually not the case. I mean, I just feel like if it doesn't have the bite of surprise, that's the only real instance you could say that. So, you know, beyond that, really nothing else is wrong with this album. You know, every song except for 2 I liked, and even then, still good to go. So this album gets a 10, and the social score, which is how well it plays around you and a group of friends, I'm going to give it a 10 just because it had 3 singles and they all charted decently well. And only thing else to say is the future. I don't know what Ozzy's up to. He's doing a tour right now, or planning to, with Black Sabbath, and they dropped an album in 2013, so I think that's his most recent work. Alright, so can this record be topped? The answer is no. So subscribe for more fun, 10s across the board.